Hi, I'm Titli and this is my busy garden. The weather this last week has been pretty rubbish again, which has restricted my ability to get out and do some gardening. But it hasn't restricted the plant's ability to grow. There's a lot I need to do. Now, where shall I start? I think I'll start over there. So here we are at the raspberry canes, and you should be able to spot that there are some old raspberry canes and some new raspberry canes. The 2-year-old canes at the back won't bear any fruit in the future, so I need to cut them out. While these newer canes will bear fruit not just this year but next year too, and I need to tie them into the frame, so I'm going to have to lower the defences. Alright, that'll give me enough space to work in. Now then, the absolute first thing I'm going to need to do is to pick the fruit before the blackbirds get to it. As I said last time, every time you change angle, you see some new fruit. That'll do nicely for tea, I think. Now I've put my gloves on because raspberries do have little thorns which are extremely annoying. And I'm going to cut these old canes out right at the base. You can really see the contrast here between the new and the old. So it's the old one that's coming out right at the base. Choo-choo! Now I need to detach it from the support. And out it comes. Thank you very much for your fruit this year, it was much appreciated. So what I'm left with now, having cut out all the old canes, is this year's growth, which I need to tie onto the frame. Now then, you know when you buy boxes of food bags, you end up with all these little white plastic ties, and you never know quite what to do with them. Well, I know what to do with them. These little ties are just perfect for holding the canes in place. Just loosely. Well, that's looking much neater on this side now, and it also means I can do a bit of weeding. Out you come, little weedies. Don't want you in here. Don't want you stealing the moisture from my raspberries. Well, it's certainly looking a lot tidier now, so I'll put the net back up and then do the same on the other side. Oh, that's better. The raspberries are looking much neater now. The tayberries have pretty much finished for the season, and the new shoots are really starting to shoot. These will carry the fruit for next year. So just like with the raspberries, I'm going to cut out these old canes and tie in the new canes. So I've cut out now all the old tayberry canes, so I've got a nice clean space, and down here I've actually got 3 new canes that I'm going to tie in. I'll tie this one in down here, just secure this one to the top, and this one can come into the middle. Well, Soft Fruit City is looking quite tidy at the moment, and there's quite a few blackberries. I must make the effort to get to these before the blackbirds do. It's not going to be too long now before I start to harvest my onions. But this end of the bed seems to have been starting to be taken over by some kind of weed. I don't know what this weed is, but it's pretty prolific. So there's nothing to do but pull it out. Oh yes, that's much better. And here comes the rain again, so I'm going to dash indoors. Sometimes it's like Piccadilly Circus round here. I'll try and get some footage the next time the sparrows are in town. need to tidy up these tomatoes before they take over the greenhouse. Next year I will not attempt to grow 6 tomato plants in such a small greenhouse. Mind you, I don't think I'm going to be short of tomatoes this year. One thing that's really surprised me this year is just how well the chilies have grown. They never grew anything like this last year. Although most of the chilies are showing signs of, well, chilies like the jalapeno chilies and the bird's eye chilies and the bonnet chilies, I've yet to see a chili on my desi chilies. But good news, everyone! My coriander's starting to sprout. Now there's one last job I want to do before I finish for today, and that is harvest my first 2 green peppers. And here somewhere. Hack. Where's the other one? It's at the back. Oh dear. Oh dear. This one, well, I'm really not sure what's happened to this. It's gone a bit manky. Maybe the earwigs have had it. But this one probably suffered a similar fate, but most of it is intact. This is going in tonight's dinner. Dinner. Paella tonight, I think. Well, that's all I've got time for this week. Thanks for watching, and do join me next time in Titli's busy garden.